So my CI/CD pipeline kicked off this automatic process that launched the acceptance test. Now I am reviewing these results live. So what I'm comparing is my baseline instance is called production, and it's on version V010. And my candidate instance is going to be development, which I now updated to this new version that I just pushed. And I'm using an input set ID called acceptance. And an input set is basically a collection of files. That's it. It's a collection of JSON files. You don't need to know more than that. For each input, so for each file in the input set, I'm going to be running baseline versus candidate, and I'm going to take a look at the comparison that is here. Okay. So the first thing that calls my attention is that I see a couple of red metrics, meaning it did not pass the test for that metric. And if I take a look at them, it's custom variables, so the number of decision variables in my model, and custom constraints, the number of constraints in my model. And this actually makes sense because what I'm doing from the code, if you remember, is I'm adding a new decision variable or decision variable set, and I am adding some new constraints. So actually, what this tells me is, hey, you should have flipped the symbol, or you don't even need to check custom variables and custom constraints altogether. But this is okay. Like this makes sense. If I take a look at the worker assignment rate, though, I can see a slight improvement. So if I change my objective function, I can see that I am using 75% of the workers on average. However, that change is not statistically significant. So from a statistics point of view, I am not actually achieving what I want. However, if I take a look at the availability usage, okay, it's also not statistically significant. So I'm getting some slight improvements, although they're not essentially night and day kind of difference, but it's okay. I made sure that at least the code is running. I get a slight improvement, so I can go ahead and launch that to production.